Everybody, it's me, Trent here, Void Zombie. Now today, I'm actually in a party right now, but as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm actually gonna talk about how me and my family actually seen a bear on our camping trip, and it was actually pretty scary because I've seen this particular bear on multiple occasions, and there's been like lots of stories about it, like. There's been lots of rumors saying that like people woke up like to like rustling or like foot stomps or whatever. There's this one story to where like somebody woke up to their head being gnawed on by a bear, and it's just crazy. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna get onto the story. I'm gonna be playing some zombies today. Not too much of multiplayer for a little bit because I'm a little bit skeptical of whether or not I should play that for now. So. I've been getting quite irritated at multiplayer lately, so I'm gonna stop that for a little bit, and might as well just get a little zombie action going. So, yeah, it was actually a pretty scary moment considering that all I really seen was just a mama bear and her cubs. Now, if you guys don't already know this, you should never get in the middle of a mama bear and her cubs, because if you do, then you better wish that you stay alive, because you will die if you happen to even get anywhere near her cubs or get at least in between them. So it's actually a pretty crazy story because when okay, so this is when I was camping. All right, guys, I already told you about this, but I went camping actually a few weeks ago. No, sorry, a week ago, because I just got back like 4 or 5 days ago. But and no, sorry, we didn't go back from camping. We were actually still camping, and at the time it was probably about like I'd say around 9:30ish, and it was dark. I mean, obviously it was cold outside. We're all gathered around the campfire, singing the campfire song. If you guys didn't know that reference, it's from SpongeBob. But anyways, we're all around the campfire, and we hear. Okay, so like as soon as you go and check out into this campsite, not the campsite, but like the campgrounds at least, they give you an air horn because there's been actually a lot of like bear sightings lately, and just so people are alert, you honk the horn, and yeah, that's that's basically it. People get alerted. Then I'm guessing what would happen. We didn't have to use it at the time, but I'm guessing that a ranger would come by and like see what was going on. But we were basically what happened. Like what ended up happening was we were what were we doing? We were just we were just chilling around, I guess. Like there was this table. Me and my brother were playing Speed, and then I actually went into the truck, like this truck that I was sleeping in, and it's like a big truck. All right, keep this in mind. But I mean, like where we were sleeping, it was pretty snug because I actually had a person with me. So like I was sleeping with one of my homies too, no homo, but I was on one bunk and he was on the other, and we're sitting there, and all of a sudden my mom, or I think my dad, came up to me, and they're all, quick, come outside, there's a bear sighting. And I was like, what, are you serious? Like there's a bear? And so I ran outside, and I immediately was just like shocked that we actually were able to see a bear. But basically what happened was I seen the bear. It was walking with her cub, and there was probably like three cubs. Possible, I think there was either three or two cubs, and then the mama bear was right behind them. Now it was really scary because we actually like we didn't want to get too close to him, but we also didn't want the baby bears coming into the campsite, so like the mom would follow them. And so as soon as we got into, like, as soon as we were there, like, we pointed flashlights at it, like, we're all taking pictures, we're all being a little nosy and stuff. I think I got probably like maybe like 15 feet away from it. Not even 15 feet, probably like 20. I was pretty far away from it, but I tried to like step up to it. Not really, but I was kind of like I was close enough to it to where I could see it, because at the time I couldn't see it. But so when I was sitting, I was just like, you know, obviously I'm just a little shocked considering that I just seen a bear. And I was like, dang, dude, that's really cool because they're awesome animals, guys. They're like they're super cool, but I mean you have to keep in mind they're deadly, so you know you have to kind of be aware of them because if you're not aware of them, then you know something bad could happen. You know, all this other crap, you know, that could just happen to you, and it's not really a good thing. And I was, I think when everybody fell asleep, there was this, what was it? Like me and my friend, we were up. We had like, you know, we at the time we didn't have Wi-Fi, so like I'll tell you actually a little bit more about my camping trip later. But we went to this like we went to Rayleigh's, like we drove out to get like food and stuff because like we were kind of running low, and plus we kind of took turns like each of an individual family member took turns, like just cooking dinner, breakfast, whatever. It could be anything, but so we were all taking turns, you know, doing that, and then what was it? There's something went on about like me not having enough battery on my phone because like when we went up to this store, I downloaded like a few videos like off of YouTube, and that's, you know, just so I could at least have something to watch while I'm there since I'm not all bored. And so I'm sitting there just like thinking to myself, all right, so I'm almost like, I'm like, keep in mind this is me speaking to my friend. So I'm sitting there, I was like, dude, my phone's almost dead. And he's like, all right, well, what do you want to do about it? Because I don't have a charger. And I was like, well, I don't either. So we're all like wondering like what we should do. And we're sitting there, and he was like, oh, dude, I think when we, like, this is him speaking, he was all, dude, I think when we went to, like, the bathroom, I remember seeing, like, a outlet in there, and I was like, oh, you seen an outlet, okay, let's just go there, and he was like, dude, we just seen a bear, like, we're not gonna go there right now, and I was like, well, dude, I'm not gonna be falling asleep for a while, and I guarantee you aren't either, so, I'm gonna go charge my phone, and, keep, like, when I was there, my parents told me that I have to have at least one person with me, so I don't, you know, like, not get lost, but, like, you know, get mauled by a bear. So, so, so I was like, hey, dude, just come with me. Don't, like, you know, don't be a wuss or whatever, you know. So, we're talking or whatever, and we're still, like, wondering whether or not we should go. And I was like, dude, come on, hurry up. I need to go charge my phone. It's about to die. I'm at, like, 5%. All right? So he's sitting there, he's like, dude, fine, this is like this is the last time I'm doing this, because we did it actually, we did it a little bit earlier after that, and so he was talking to me, he's like, dude, this is the last time I'm doing this, I'm not really trying to get mauled by a bear today, and I was like, oh my god. So, you know, we're all talking, and he's sitting there, he's like, all right, come on, let's go. So we got on our jackets, all of our clothes, we got both of our phone chargers. He was at like 40-something%. I was at like 5, I think, or like 15. So, so we walked to the bathroom, and the bathroom is quite, actually, it's quite a long walk. I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty far walk from the bunk that we had to the bathroom. Now this bathroom, there's been like an instant where an idiot, I'm just gonna say that because it's true, because he was being an idiot, but some guy decided to drop a Twix without realizing, quote unquote, and a bear sniffed it out and went into the bathroom, and the bear was inside the bathroom just waiting, like basically for anybody to just jump in or just like to go to the bathroom. And he's sitting there in the the bear's sitting there in the bathroom, and luckily I didn't see it, because if I seen it, I would probably, you know, I'd die, I'd freeze up, I'd die, you know, I'd get ripped apart by a claw, you know, I'd be mauled to death by a bear, you know, and so when we were there, we each time that we went in there, we always checked around the corner before we actually went up there, just to make sure a bear wasn't in there. So we were all sitting there, and he's all, all right, dude, close and clear. Like, we're all doing this, like, hand signals, like, quick, go, you know, there's no bears in here, hurry up, close the door. And I actually have like a funny little side story that I could tell you guys as I'm telling this one, but, So we were actually in the bathroom, right? And there wasn't actually any, like, there wasn't anybody in there. So we decided to be like, all right, there's nobody in here. Might as well just close the door, you know, just to, you know, be safe. We're like, all right. So I closed the door, or no, he closes the door, and he was like, dude, do you hear that? And I was like, hear what? He's like, dude, I think that someone's walking. And I was like, well, hopefully it's a girl, because, you know, they're gonna have to go to the other bathroom. He's like, yeah, I guess so. So this guy walks in, and like he knocks on the door, and he's like, hey, what are you guys doing? And we're like, oh, nothing, we're just trying not to get mauled by a bear. Like, my friend said that. And he's sitting there, he was like, well, can I come in? And he's like, oh yeah, sorry. So he opened the door, and we obviously didn't want to like interrupt this guy, you know, having his little bathroom break. So we stepped outside. Oh my god, guys, it was the most funniest thing ever. This guy literally was blowing up the bathroom. Like, you could hear him, like, out of nowhere. It was just like, this guy was legit, like, on the bathroom just farting. And it was the funniest thing I've ever seen, because this guy is just blowing up the bathroom, and it's the most funniest thing ever. Like, me and my friend are trying not to laugh because it's just so funny. And it's like, we don't want to laugh because we don't want to, like, make the guy feel uncomfortable. And so we're all, I'm I'm still there, like, trying to not, like, trying to make any noise, but I'm cracking up so much. And it was just so funny. And he was like, hey, you guys still in here? Like, he said that, and we were like, no, dude, we stepped outside, we're good. He was like, alright, cool. This guy steps outside, and like, yeah, he finally finishes taking his dump, I'm guessing. And he, this guy steps outside, and he's all, God, I hope I didn't wake any bears with that. And we're sitting there like, dude, what the heck? This guy just blew up this bathroom, and he's telling us, I hope I didn't wake any bears up with that. It's like, dude, this guy, oh my goodness. It was so funny, but like, the guy was just so weird because he looked like an old tweaker kind of guy. So anyways, carrying on to the story, we got back to the bunks. We're sitting there, you know, we're on our phones. I'm at probably like 95%, and he's at 100 because he obviously, you know, his charge faster. But so he was on his phone, and then because I had my headphones in at the time, so I was sitting there, I was just chilling, and he's like, dude. And I couldn't hear him, so I was sitting there, and I'm just not even minding. So he's sitting, like, he punched me, basically. And he was sitting there, he's like, dude. And so I looked back at him, and I was like, what? And he was like, dude, do you hear that? I was like, hear what? And I still had, like, one ear in, but I could still kind of make out what, like, he was trying to say. Or, like, what he was, like, thinking of. Or, I don't know what he's thinking of. Something. Anyway. Like, he was sitting there, you know, he's telling me, like, hey, dude, do you hear that? And I was like, no, I don't hear anything. So he was like, alright, dude, just take off your headphones. So I took off my headphones, and I'm sitting there, and he's all, see, do you hear that? And I, like, as soon as he said that, a twig, like, snapped, like, or, like, something stomped on it. And I was sitting there, I was like, it's probably just somebody going to the bathroom. And he's like, no, it's not. So I looked outside the window. Dude, it was the most scariest thing, because a bear, like, this bear was literally outside the window. And keep in mind, this truck had, like, multiple windows. Like, they had windows on, like, the side of it. They had windows, like, under our feet, or like across from our feet. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, like, we are going to die today. Like, it's gonna manage to open it somehow, and we are going to die. And so he's sitting there, he's like, dude, hurry up. Is it locked? Like, is everything locked? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure everything's locked. Why? And he was like, alright, cool. So we're just sitting there going under the covers, and we're like our sleeping bags. So we're sitting there, we go into our sleeping bags, and we're just praying that he doesn't find us. And so we're just still sitting there, just waiting. We still hear this thing walking around the campsite. And then we find, like, the next morning, like, we're all telling, like, our family members or whatever, or, like, my family members, And I'm sitting there, I was like, dude, we seen a bear. Like, it was so crazy. Like, we heard it. It was outside the window. You know, we were just freaking out. And they're sitting there, and she was like, oh my god, that's so scary. You're not sleeping in there anymore. And I was like, yes, I am. That's more protective than a tent. And they're sitting there, and he's like, well, I'd rather you sleep with us than, you know, like we'd rather protect you. And this is like my family, like my parents. And then my brother's girlfriend, she's sitting there. She was like, you best believe that if I get scared, I'm just gonna go into you guys'. I'm just gonna go into the truck, and you guys better just let me go in there because I'm not gonna sleep out here if there's a bear. And you're like, all right. I mean, if you get scared, that's fine, whatever. So it was just a pretty crazy experience, considering that I just, like, you know, seen a bear and it was like alive. I always thought that I'd see a bear that if it was mostly dead, you know, maybe like a bear claw, bear footprint. But I mean, you know, it was just scary, guys. It was mostly just, it's just like the adrenaline that was kind of making it scary, or just like the stories that made it more scary than it already was. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Honestly, it was alright. I personally think that, you know, that's a good one, a good little thing that you guys can learn from. So if you guys see a bear, make sure to know, you know, not piss it off. So, you know. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thank you guys so much. I really hope you guys like the video, possibly subscribe if you guys are new. Tell your friends, family, I don't care who. It really helps me a lot, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!